Hey guys, so today we're going to continue our shape to form practice. As you see on my paper, I have several forms here, and they all started out with just really simple shapes, okay? So we're going to do a couple of these and see how we connected the pieces and how we created these forms. It was very simple. So make sure that when you draw, you are making your marks very light at first, and then you can go back over them because you don't want to create a really dark line. It's very difficult to erase. So the first step, and we're going to do this one up here, was to draw a circle. Okay, so just that simple. We drew a circle, and then I'm going to draw another circle up here, but it's going to be very light so that I can erase part of it, okay? So if you can barely see that, but I did draw a circle, okay? Now I'm going to draw two lines to connect the circles. So I am drawing a line here, and I am drawing a line here. And sometimes we have to go back in and erase because we didn't quite get it straight, and that's okay. All right, and I'm also going to erase that part of the line because that on the inside, you cannot see that if that is a solid form, and it is. Now, the light is coming from above, and we're going to say it's really, we're going to say it's about here, okay? So your light source is over here, and you'll notice that the light on this object is here, and then the darkness is here because it's away from the sun. The lightness is here. You can't see this side over there. This side is not facing the sun, so it's not getting very much light at all. And then same here, this is getting light here, but not way down here. And then this is getting light here, but not way, way down at the bottom because that object is curved underneath, okay? And then here it's going away from the sun, so it gets less light. Okay, so we are going to now do the same thing. We're going to use our shading, and we're going to create some value here. Okay, and I'm just going to start off by going with my darkest tone here, and then I'm just going to get lighter and lighter as I go along. And I'm going to be very gentle with my pencil and not put very much pressure at all as I am doing that part, because you want to be able to erase if you need to, but then we're going to, just kind of blend it with our finger and kind of smear it in, okay? Now I'm going to do the same thing here, and notice I push my hand way to the back of my pencil, okay? And that gives me the ability to mark very, very lightly on my paper, okay? And then I just lightly go over it, and then whenever I need to make a darker value, I just continue to make some layers here. Okay, and then I'm going to go back and clean up the edge to make it look a little bit nicer. Oops. Okay, and just straighten this back up. Okay, so we're going to repeat the process with the triangle, and it was very easy. Just a large triangle here. Oops, I'll have to straighten up that edge because it's kind of wonky. And then I'm going to place the other triangle just right up here. And again, connect the lines. Okay. Then you go back in and you erase that part, because when it is a solid form, you cannot see that bottom edge of that inside triangle. Okay, so then you're going to go back in and add the shading there. But I'm just going to go ahead and draw with you the square. And then I add another square up here and connect the lines. Okay, then you go back in and you erase out that one little line because that does not belong. One more time. This one is an oval. And then I'm going to repeat that oval. Oops, I think it's not quite the same direction, is it? Okay, and then I am going to connect these lines, and that one was not quite very straight. Okay, so I'll have to go back in here and erase this and erase that line, and then I'll go back in and shade. And then this one was just another circle that I did in the opposite direction. So I just did a circle here. And of course you can use a different shape if you want to. You can play around with it and see what you get, and try various forms out. Okay, this is hard because I'm holding the camera today. So my line is very crooked here. And just straighten that back up. And erase that little part where you shouldn't be able to see. Okay, then you're going to go in and shade just like we did on the rest of those to match where the light source is coming from and where it's hitting your objects. And then at the very end, you just take your finger and just kind of blend it in. And it gives it just a little bit of a smoother look. And then you can just take your pencil and clean up the edges. Okay? And that's what our assignment is for today.